Here's a funny story to help you learn English. The Case of the Confused Cat. Mr. Whiskers, a very distinguished-looking cat with a fluffy white mustache, was having a terrible day. First, his human, Emily, forgot to fill his food dish. Then, the postman delivered a package that looked suspiciously like a giant ball of yarn, but when Mr. Whiskers swatted at it, it turned out to be full of boring bath towels. Finally, the worst happened. Emily came home, looked right at Mr. Whiskers, and said, "Good morning, sunshine." Now, Mr. Whiskers was no stranger to strange nicknames. Emily had called him Captain Fluffy Pants and the Destroyer of Furniture in the past. But Sunshine? That was just ridiculous. Mr. Whiskers decided to take a stand. He puffed up his fur, arched his back, and let out a mighty meow. But instead of the sound that usually struck fear into Emily's heart, a tiny, squeaky meow came out. Emily blinked. "Mr. Whiskers? Is that you?" She knelt down, concern etched on her face. Mr. Whiskers meowed again, this time even higher pitched. He looked around in panic. Where was his deep, booming meow? Had he swallowed a helium balloon? Suddenly, a tiny orange blur shot past Mr. Whiskers' legs. It was Mittens, the neighbor's kitten, who often snuck into Mr. Whiskers' house for playtime. And unlike Mr. Whiskers, Mittens had a very squeaky meow. It all clicked into place for Mr. Whiskers. Mittens must have gotten stuck inside Mr. Whiskers somehow. With a determined glint in his eye, Mr. Whiskers chased after the tiny orange blur. They tore around the house, leaving a trail of knocked-over plants and scattered toys in their wake. Finally, Mr. Whiskers managed to corner Mittens under the couch. Very carefully, Mr. Whiskers reached under the couch and pulled out a very surprised-looking kitten. "There you go," Mr. Whiskers meowed, his voice back to its normal deep rumble. Mittens squeaked in reply and scampered out of sight. Emily, who had been watching the whole scene unfold, finally burst out laughing. "Oh, Mr. Whiskers. You were carrying Mittens around all day. No wonder your meow sounded so strange." Mr. Whiskers flicked his tail dismissively. A cat of his dignity did not discuss such embarrassing situations. But secretly, he had to admit, the whole thing had been a bit funny. This story uses simple vocabulary and sentence structures, but it also includes some fun idioms like take a stand and clicked into place that you can learn the meaning of.